Dana Barrett asked Dr. Venkman, why do you like being a Ghostbuster? He replied, same reason I asked you out, 'cause busting makes me feel good.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless.
Spooky.
Movie review, bitches!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jason adjacent. Welcome, everyone. Movie review of Shaun of the fucking Dead. I'm Jay Chowder. We got Bone
We're coming to get you, Barbara.
and Slopdog.
You got some red on you.
I love that fucking line to the whole movie red, like it was in different things.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the coming to get you Barbara line, I love how they took that from the original Night of the Living Dead. It was like, we're coming to get, I heard it, I was like, oh fuck, that's such a great tie-in. And I think this movie was good for that. It was like, had the horror and some gore, but it also was able to fit in some tie-ins, which I thought was good. And quick before we get into Dawn of the Dead, we did Scream 2 on the Scream on the last episode. So, and I watched it with my kids. So we're in like a fucking like Scream kind of like we just watched part 2, and my kid he made me laugh because we're watching it, and when one of the killers gets like they're in like a play for the college, and like so part of the wall from a play falls down, so it's made out of like not real bricks, so she gets covered in this like fake stone, and he goes, what are they trying to tell us? Like she's dead? He's like, what if she dies? She's like, only she's fucking dead is if she's allergic to foam. And I just laughed so much that my kid said this. Like she's only dead if she's allergic to foam. And I was like, that's fucking good. So yeah, we're on a Scream kick. But anyway, we're reviewing Shaun of the Dead, and it's like a British zombie movie. And so pretty much it's the character Shaun goes to work every day in his mundane, just boring life, and just kind of just only really loves to hang out at the bar and just enjoy himself. And he's got a girlfriend who's kind of tired of that, kind of wants to live more of an exciting life. But anyway, so every day goes back and forth to work, and then just one day, fucking the zombies apocalypse stuff starts to happen, and then he has to deal with it. And that's what this fucking movie is, Shaun of the Dead. And what I loved is, and then you guys mentioned this earlier too, is where in the beginning it kind of showed, the music's playing and it showed everyday life, people waiting for the bus and the train, and was it you, Slopdog, who said like it kind of shows how we're already kind of zombies, right? Is that fucking too deep for our podcast? But like it kind of shows that like we're all fucking zombies anyway, just going through the grind of going to your shit job, going to it, getting out, and just trying to get some kind of peace, enjoy yourself before you got to go and just do the same thing all over again. And it shows like his fucking walk, right? I love it when it shows his regular walk, right? He gets up, goes to the store, gives the guy some change, passes the kid hitting the ball. And like when he gets up, he's so into his zombie zone, he doesn't realize that everybody's zombies around him. And the best part is when he goes into the store to buy like a beer or something, or a morning drink, he like slips on something, and you're like, that fucker just slipped on blood. Like he's just so oblivious to it. And it's like, oh, here's your money. All right, bye. And then just keeps going on his daily routine. And like there's zombies all around him. I love that part of it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think this is how you do a parody. This is a parody of all the zombie films you've ever seen. Night of the Living Dead, 28 Days Later, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead. There's so much homage to all of those films, to all Romero's films. I believe the director actually did Land of the Dead. The director was Edgar Wright. Did a lot of awesome films. But there's just so much of that. And like if you notice in the background, they're talking about like a space shuttle entering, orbit. They're talking about misuse of chemicals. They're talking about rage monkeys, throwing in all these reasons of other zombie films and why the zombie apocalypse happened in all these other films. So they're like, oh well, so they're just throwing that stuff in, and I think that's wicked cool. This is how you do a parody. Out of every parody film, this is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I think because wasn't Return of the Living Dead, is that kind of considered a parody?
Return of the Living Dead, a little.
Yeah,
bit.
or
Yeah.
it's kind of.
It's kind of a parody, but it's just more like a comedy version of the zombies. But this was like a true parody of that. We're coming to get you, Barbara. Like you said, that was from Night of the Living Dead. And you know what I love that? Is because in the original Night of the Living Dead, I can't remember the actor for the life of me, but he was like, "Oh, they're coming to get you, Barbara." And then in the, I want to say 1989 remake that Tom Savini
Sid Haig's in it. Oh, okay.
No, Bill Moseley's in it, and that Bill Moseley does that part, and he goes to his sister. He's like, "They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're horny. They've been dead a long time."
A little addition to it. I like it.
It's so good.
They're
I love
stiff, Barbara. They're stiff for you.
Bill
Oh,
Moseley's
man.
little add-ons are always beautiful. Like, he is awesome.
Do you think fucking like if you were dead that long and if you still got like a dick, you always got with the morning wood? Like you're always just fucking ready to go?
I think
mean,
he fell off by then.
Oh Jesus, how sad would you be? Like I'm fucking riled up. I mean, oh man. Anyway, what? We're getting off track here. But like, speaking of being horny though, it seems like Ed's got something for his mom. I love that because he's always like saying something, and then when she sees him, she's like, "Oh, Ed, you've grown. Or nice to see you. You're getting bigger, or something like that." And he's like, "You know it." And it's just, what's the fuck, Sean's mom?
Well,
And
he
I'm
keeps
like,
talking about it. He's just
read
like, you got a message from your mom. She wants to know if you're still on for tomorrow. We got a message from Liz. She called asking if you're on for dinner tonight. And then your mom called back and asked me if I wanted to eat her out.
I know. Like, what the fuck is wrong? How great is that? Like, I think that's the best of stuff. Do you ever remember wanting to fuck your parents' friends? Like, I remember as a kid always being horny.
I'm glad you said friends.
What?
What?
Oh, yeah.
I'm really worried.
You ever want to fuck your
like-
parents' friends? Too
Yeah,
long of a pause.
positive,
Too long of a pause.
Yeah, seriously. Ooh.
Well, no, but did you ever because I remember mom having friends and always being like, "Oh man, I remember one one in particular. I remember her wearing like a certain sweater. And I remember just being in the bathroom and just like fucking being like, oh man, picturing her in that sweater and like she had to mom had to run out or something, so I was just alone with her, and then I just be like, ooh, you know what I mean, and make the scenario, taking off that sweater, sucking on the tits and stuff, and then just jerking off to that. You ever do anything like that? Nope. All right. And getting weird again. And I remember once we had a babysitter. Okay, we had a babysitter. I thought she was very attractive. And she was very nice, but she was older, definitely an older person. Mama's out, she's babysitting. So I remember just being horny and always wanting to fuck her. And maybe too much HBO. I'm not 100% sure. You know what I mean? So I remember drawing a picture, like a stick picture of like a boy. And then there was a girl. I drew a picture of a girl with big tits. And then the hand going over and grabbing the tit. The kid was grabbing the tit of the woman, and I was like, "Oh, hey, look at this!" And I showed it to her. Like, I don't know what I thought. She was gonna be excited and be like, "Oh, let me just rip my blouse open for you, child." You know what I mean? And but I gave it to her. She's like, "Oh my, what's this?" And she goes, "Is that you?" And I go, "Yep." And then she goes, and this is a picture of a girl with tits hanging out, and the hand groping the tits. She goes, "Is that me?" And I go, "Yep." She's never babysat for us again after that.
Tonight on date.
Young childhood. What are you gonna do?
Oh my god. She's probably like, your kid's a pig. Or that kid
Yeah.
is a pig. I'm not coming back here.
Oh,
And I just remember as a kid. Anyway, back to the movie. And Shaun said,
well, I
you
love
guys
the
never did that.
No.
No?
Oh.
No.
No.
All right. And
I love the mirror scenes. Like we were talking about, like in the beginning when Shaun wakes up and he goes to the store and he walks through, he sees the kid with the soccer ball, the guy that wanted change, all that stuff.
yeah.
And then when he wakes back up the next day and everybody's zombies, it's like the same scene, but it's the dramatic difference. And those that happened so like there was so many like mirror scenes and running jokes like you've got red on you, and it was just awesome.
Like
because
the checkout girl, you see her later on. She's missing an arm, I think.
Yep. Or like when when after Liz and him break up, and then they go in and that guy and girl are making out, and then when they come back out drunk, they're still making out, but then his head falls off because she turned into a zombie. Like it's those little things that are just so funny, but just so they're those mirror images, and it's just.
And I like when they're.
It's brilliant.
I like when they're beating the old guy with the sticks with the.
The Queen song is playing.
Queen music. Oh my god, I love that.
So good.
It just makes me
Gets
laugh.
me pumped. Gets me pumped.
or when they're deciding what records are good records to throw at the zombies in the backyard. How about the Prince record? No. How about, I forgot what record he says is shit, and he's like, yeah, throw that one. And then he throws that one at the zombies, and they just like, they're going through the records. What are good records? At the same time, and you're like, oh, that's so funny. And like, I thought that was good. Yeah.
Oh, I was bummed when he threw an original print of Blue Monday.
Oh, yeah, me too. And go fuck yourself, Blue Monday. And
such a good song.
Sounds like
New Order, man.
Right. New Order. That's correct. New Order. You better order yourself a new fucking dick because it sounds like you grew a pussy. And fuck that noise.
Hey, my favorite band ever was Joy Division. And that's what Joy
I know
Division
who
turned
it is.
into was New Order.
Yep, I agree with you. And garbage. And God bless America. And also, hey, what's up?
I really don't like the boyfriend, the one that's wearing like the Blue's Clues shirt.
Oh, okay. David? David's a piece of shit.
Fucking good for him. Yeah, fuck him. I'm glad he got ripped apart. Fuck him. And
his Blue's Clues
what a fucking cuck motherfucker. Yeah, fuck. He's a cut to the whole movie. He listens to Blue Monday for sure. And what? I love you, kid. And but no, like he, like yeah, the scene. That's one of the best scenes in the movie when he gets ripped apart and eaten like alive. Like this is like my. Yeah, that is
a mirror scene from Day of the Dead, because one of the military guys towards the end of the movie in Day of the Dead their whole body gets ripped apart by a bunch of zombies in the exact same way. So that's supposed to be like that's a scene, an homage to Day of the Dead.
Yeah, see, I think I never really watched too much of Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead. I love the remake of Dawn of the Dead, but I'd never seen like the originals too much. I remember seeing pieces of them, but I was more of like a Return of the Living Dead kind of a supporter. Like the older ones I never really watched too much. I know, right? Sacrilegious. But it was maybe we'll have to watch it for this. And I
have the 4-disc Dawn of the Dead special edition.
All right. And yeah, maybe we'll and we'll have to watch it. And
you guys can come down and watch like 8 hours of freaking zombie with me.
Yeah. The movie is that the one where the wood goes in the eyeball? And
that is the one the wood goes in the eyeball. The Dawn of the Dead is the one with the mall.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I think I've seen that one.
I think you said zombie. I thought you just said the movie Zombie, and I was I think that's
the Dawn of the Dead. Zombie films. I meant.
Well, my bad, dog. Sorry. And I love it when she falls down on the pole, and then when she gets up. Like you can see through the hole in her, and like you can see them. I thought that was good, like camera work. I love just silly stuff like that in movies. And then like, I think she's drunk. She's hot for you, and like she's just a fucking zombie. And
you know what's one of my favorite things about this movie? They do it in The World's End. They do it in Hot Fuzz, and it's those little bridges between scenes where all of a sudden it's like little clips of him grabbing the phone, calling the number, picking up a sandwich, shutting the door, and then he's at the next place. You know, those quick little transfers are so good.
Oh, we get the car, we kill Phil, we get Mom, and we pick up Liz, and we go back to the Winchester. Like that whole thing, like, and then like when he gets his stuff to get prepared, like, then like it's in the next scene. No, I thought
they do
I
it
didn't know
in
they did
all
all their
movies.
movies.
Yeah, they do it in Hot Fuzz. They do it in The World's End. Like, that it's such a great little it's a quick little like motion to just transfer between scenes instead of walking to the door and watching them pick up the phone. It takes too long. You know what I mean? You could just go da 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 bang, and it just feels so organic. It feels so nice because it's just this abbreviated version of everything they did in such a cool way, and I always loved that.
I love the friendship between him and Ed, like Shaun and Ed. And like they're always like, "I'm sorry, man." And it's like, okay. And then it's always like, "No, I'm sorry." And then like he fucking rips a beefer. He's like, "You motherfucker." He's like, "Hey," you know. And then like that's such a good friendship thing. I think. I don't know, ripping beefers, right? And how
when he wants to drive the Jag and he just runs it. Goes from park to crashing the other car to the telephone pole. Like, guess we got to take the Jag.
Just gonna take the Jag, and then he's like, "No, let me drive." He's like, "Oh, you move the seat, buddy. Sorry." And like that's an end all. Like I moved this seat. No. And that's why I love it. Like, and I love how like unfortunately, Ed gets bit and becomes a zombie. But when the movie, it's funny how the movie like ends and then they go, all right, 6 months later, or we're still rounding up. But people go back to regular life. They're just rounding up the zombies, And I'm like, oh my God, that's probably how it would be if something like this ever happened and they were able to somehow control it. You go back to normal life, but you have to always worry about like around the corner there could be a fucking zombie, right? But like they're in the process of catching them all. But they go back and like he's with his chick, but they keep fucking Ed in the shed. Like he keeps him as a zombie, but he gets to still hang out with his buddy and friend and still play games with him. I'm like, oh, that's a fucking cool ending. I thought that was pretty sweet.
That's coexisting with zombies.
Get the fuck like. There's one like I think it was like my husband's a zombie. He's like, do you go to bed with it? Fuck yeah, you would. Why wouldn't you? What if the dick goes off inside of you? You got to go to the ER, right? You know how there's those weird ER stories? Got a light bulb in your asshole or gerbil. Like this motherfucker's got a zombie dick in her ass, and she's got to go get it surgically removed. The zombie dick fell off of me. Or what if she's getting bang zombies? She's got like Ford's dicks in her. Oh, Jesus, they know what a pig she is. God bless her. And, what?
Yikes.
Hello? And,
going on?
I love those little clips on the TV afterwards or like right before their adventure really starts. It just brings it around. It makes it feel real. It gives like, there's a way to drop information without just doing information drops. It's clever. It pushes the story forward without feeling forced, and it's fun. It's an interesting way to do it, and I love that.
I thought it was it is okay, but I think I liked it better when I was younger than I did rewatching it. I don't know, for some reason it was okay to me now as I watched it. I was like, okay, but like it's nothing I would like always flip on. Like, so I don't know. I would say like this movie was good to me. I thought it was a good watch. So I don't know. I'm going to rate it right now. Like liked it better when I was younger. Okay now. So I think I'd only give it 3 dog dicks and a tip.
Really?
I don't know. To me, that's how I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say 3 dog dicks and a tip. Okay. But I don't know. Isn't my go-to kind of a film. So I don't know. That's how I feel. What would say you, Bone?
Man, I feel like I'm going to watch this more because I forgot how much I loved this movie. Like, I loved it. I think I saw it in the theater when it first came out. It was really good. I remember really liking it. But never, like, over years went by, and I was just like, oh, I kind of always remembered it as I like that movie, but nothing I really wanted to, like, throw on all the time. It wasn't, like, something I would watch regularly. But now, I don't know. After watching it, I watched it twice in the last couple days, and it really hit the spot for me. Like, this is how a parody should be done. Like, the film, the foreshadowing, everything, just those little marks, like when Ed was just like got in the fight with Pete, and then he's like, the next time I see him, he's dead, and the next time he saw him, he was dead. Like they were asked, he was like talking about Liz going, I'm not going to say there's no fish in the sea, but I'm just going to say it's not the end of the world. Then the zombie bangs in the glass. It's just those little things, like when the girl in the military outfit, that when she ran into Shaun, and she asked, how you doing? And he goes, surviving. It was just those little things that just like, it was a perfect parody of like every zombie film you've ever seen.
So what dog dick? How many dog dicks you give it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was rushed.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry,
15-minute talk about about shit in a bucket or something, and I'm just like, oh, I just wanted a little explain the movie. Well, come on, kid, we're on a clock here. What do you give it? We're not talking about me.
Hickory dog. Listen, asshole. You're ranting about how it's this great fucking movie, great fucking thing in the world. It's like you're ready to suck the director's dick. How much you love it. All right, we get it. You like the movie. I'm just saying. I just asked you how many dog dicks you give it. I didn't know you weren't done your speech. I'm fucking sorry. Go back and give the fucking high school their speech so they can graduate, I guess. So sorry.
I give it 5 dog dicks.
I'm sorry to rush you. Slopdog, how about you? I don't want to rush you. Talk for an hour and a half, would you? Go ahead.
I really like this movie. It just makes me laugh every time I watch it, and I feel like I see something different every time I watch it. Like I catch something that maybe I didn't catch before. Even like the lady, like the checkout lady, I don't know why I never caught before that she comes back and her arm's missing. I don't know, little stuff like that, and it just, I don't know, makes me want to watch it again. And again, I love when that guy gets ripped apart because he's such a jerk. And at some point, I think somebody calls somebody a twat, and it makes me laugh because of the way they say it.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
So anyway, I give this movie, and plus I like watching it, and it doesn't scare me. Like I'm not afraid to go to bed at night. So that's also a plus for me. So I'm gonna give it. I don't know. I'm like, I really like it, and we watch it like my husband likes this movie too, so we like watch it more than like just at Halloween. Like, you know what I mean? I'll probably watch it like 3 or 4 times a year. So I'll give it 5 dog dicks. I'll give it 5.
Oh, 5 dog dicks from Slopdog as well. Oh shit! Well, I dropped the ball on you fucks, huh? Holy shit!
I tried to rush through it for you. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, good timing. I'll accept it. I've been recently told I'm a yapper, so yeah, I guess I gotta let more other people talk. And
so as all together, we give it 4 dog dicks and a tip.
Pretty good. That's good.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm sorry I brought your number down. Whatever. And so it's pretty good. I think a lot of people do like this movie. I think it's a highly praised and people enjoy it a lot. And
but don't talk a lot about it. You'll upset Chowder.
It's okay. It's all right. I'll try and keep my talking down. Last time I was recently told by 2 twats that I had to tone it down. So maybe I will. And
it's not us either. Well, it was us, but he's not the ones we're mad at.
Yeah.
It's not us. 2 other twats.
Yeah. 2 other Hollywood twats. And
so we give it 4 dog dicks and a tip. Definitely go out and see this movie. Check it out. We're on IMDb. Gave it 7.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it 92%. Audience gave it 93%. Common Sense gave it 4 out of 5. Google users gave it 4.4 out of 5. And Letterboxd gave it 4 out of 5. So this was, we're really in line with that. Like, 80, 90% is really where we put it and everybody else put it. So overall, everybody really loves it except for Chowder.
It's okay. I give it a mid-grade. It's okay. But, it's so silly because if I watched the movie like Deep Rising, I'd go, fucking 5 dog dicks because I love that movie. But, people watch and go, that's a dog dick movie if I ever seen a dog dick movie. And, and I'm like, Shaun of the Dead, three and a dog dicks and a tip. And they're like, go fuck your mother. So, I don't know. People like what they like, I don't know. And, Bone, hit them with the fucking social medias, baby.
Okay, well, I was also going to say beforehand, released on September 24th, 2004, which it blows my mind. That's 20 years ago. Yeah, blows my fucking mind. The screenplay was written by Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright. It was directed by Edgar Wright. And Edgar Wright directed a ton of films that we love, like Hot Fuzz. Did you guys see Hot Fuzz?
Oh, I love Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz is so good.
Never seen it.
We're gonna do. You never saw Hot Fuzz?
I never really had an anchor in this.
It's like a cop version of this. We have to watch. Well,
There's
you
an
gave
old
it.
man that just goes tits. You would like.
It's so
Right.
good.
All right, already with just the tits, I'm already 2 dog dicks in for that movie. Okay, I got you. And,
No, they did Edgar Wright did Hot Fuzz. He did Baby Driver, The World's End, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Ant-Man, Planet Terror, Land of the Dead. So very diverse director. All very good films. I recommend any
I
of
would
those.
say that. But okay. And
The budget of this
Couple
film
of
was
my-
six. The budget of this film was $6 million. Grossed $38.7 million. So did good.
not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. I honestly don't think it was like a huge block. Like, I don't think it was a lot of advertising and stuff originally for it. I remember like seeing it, but I was following a lot of horror movie stuff at the time. I was
Yeah, I
going to
don't
a lot
remember
of horror
being like
movie conventions and stuff, so I was really stoked about this. But yeah, so
Yeah, I think it's one of those movies.
so follow us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Give us a like and a comment. Follow us on YouTube. And on Apple, give us a review, or Spotify. Just tell us what you think of the podcast in general. We'd love to hear what you think, good or bad. Yeah, we'll read it on the show. And follow us on not LinkedIn. We don't have LinkedIn because that's for fucking
Instagram.
businesses. Instagram, thank you. Follow us on Instagram and
At Tasteless Adjacent.
thank you very much. And on X at Tasteless ADJ to get all the
That's
updates
correct.
on the advertisements for what we're doing.
And make sure when you go into like Apple and Spotify and all those other jazz, search Tasteless Adjacent. That's how it'll come up, and you'll see Tasteless Adjacent podcast, and then you'll be in, and your dick will be hard nonstop. We're promising not full dick hard-ons when you listen to this podcast. And then if that doesn't happen, then something's wrong with it. And God bless America.
Also share
check
it with
us
a
out.
friend if you like the podcast and
Share it.
if
Fuck
you know
to it.
yeah, sharing is caring, man. If you like it and you think somebody that's kind of off personality, little awkward,
That's right.
weird, hangs out and masturbates in their closet by themselves, they might like our podcast. So share
Do you
it,
do this?
talk about it.
Sometimes if my wife is like sleeping, sometimes I'll tip down like her covers a little bit and I'll just whack off. I'll be like, "Hey man, this is good time." Do you ever do that with your spouses? Anybody?
Nope.
All right. Also check us
I
out.
absolutely love my wife, but I think she'd be weirded out if she woke up and my dick was in her.
I think one time my wife did wake up
Staring her down.
and she was so alarmed. She goes, "Oh, sorry," and then goes back to bed. And I finished up what I had to do, and away I go. And but yeah, and YouTube, we got some stuff on YouTube. P1IPoo.club will bring you right to the YouTube page. You're gonna find some good podcasts and sketches and all this other jazz there as well. Check that out, and also on X and Instagram at P1IPoo. That's where I'll just be posting fucking more profanity, and Bo's more professional than me, so he's gonna post our podcast with good grace, thinking of things, and I'm just gonna be like, fuck it, this girl's a whore in the movie, check it out. So yeah, whatever your taste is, check it out. And I think we're rambling too much about our plugs, so thanks for listening. Me and made it this far, you're a winner. Put your dick in your hand and then smell it.
You know what I also wanted to say is the score to this film. The score is really fucking good. It puts you in that mind of zombie films. That sound, I don't know if either of you noticed that sound in the beginning. I know it's supposed to be from one of the zombie films, but it reminds me more of The Warriors. Did either of you guys get that?
Yes. Now that
See
you
what
say
you
that,
get.
yes.
You see what you get, warrior.
Didn't get it.
It very
I
much
gotta tell you,
reminded me
I
of
love
Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah, we got to do the Warriors at some point because I fucking
Yes,
love the
you
Warriors.
absolutely do. Yes.
They shot Cyrus. We seen him. Yeah, that's him. Right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then
So good.
fucking then the clicking of the bottles. Warriors. Oh man, we're already starting to do fucking review. Warriors coming soon. Get your fucking brown vest on and fuck your mother. All right. On that note, so saith the shepherd, so saith the flock. I've been told I talk about fucking my mother a lot too, so I don't know, therapy, I guess. I'll ask them, see what they say. And yeah, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
some kind of dog dick. Dick.
Oh, fuck a doodle doo.
What?
It's in the movie.
Wish it wasn't on our podcast, but all right. And,
Hey, it could have been worse. It could have had David Arquette in it.
oh, Jesus Christ. Slopdog started a war with our cat.